creme de la creme of crazy golf battle it out on the Hastings seafront. Founded in 2003, the Crazy Golf World Championships are on the international mini-golf calendar, where 54 of the world's top players compete for the $5,000 prize fund on one of the world's toughest courses. And despite this little sport's small scale, it has a global reach.
It's been very big in Europe, particularly the sort of Northern European, Scandinavian countries. But you're seeing a lot of interest now in Asia and the Far East. So the Asian Open is the sort of first one that's bringing players from all over the world.
In Germany it's very popular. They estimate that 20 million rounds are played per year by just normal people who go playing mini golf. They have some 5,000 active tournament players. In Finland it's a little bit smaller. We have about 200 players.
The huge physical challenges notwithstanding, it's a sport that's open to all. The Czech Republic's Olivia Prokopova has just returned as runner-up from the US Masters.
I travel all over the world. It's USA, China, it's Sweden, many countries.
Great, all for mini golf?
Yes.
What's more, crazy golf is getting a much racier image these days, partly on account of a huge upswing in business.
Well, over the 5 years, it's been a steady increase in numbers. It started with the construction of the new Adventure Golf. The site has always been popular, but since we built the Adventure Golf, it's taken on a new lease of life. And our numbers since 2002, say, have probably gone up about 50%.
Even though developments like a new pirate-themed course might cost a surprisingly large amount of money, projections of a further 20% increase should go a fair way to making it pay.
We know there's a site here, we know how good it is, and we're prepared to put a bit more into it. So the special effects on this side alone are going to be sort of almost $180,000. But the sort of total investment here is going to be sort of $600,000 or $700,000 for one 18-hole course, as opposed to 8 or 9 for two.
This development is just one of many such new openings over the last 2 years. Crazy golf is as much a part of the British seaside tradition as sticks of rock, fish and chips and fairground rides. But today's new breed of adventure golf courses is not only drawing in new business, but new destinations as well.
We're seeing a lot of new indoor courses in some of the major cities. So there's courses in Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, Glasgow, Bristol, all of which have popped up in the last sort of 12-18 months. So a lot of new courses and bringing a lot of new people into the game.
Many of which have been built by Adventure Golf Developments in partnership with leading US operator Castle Golf.
We've done about 10 or 11 over here in the last 3 years. We've sort of been doing three sort of complexes a year, so 2 indoor, 1 outdoor, is what we've been averaging. And we've got several lined up for next year too, which hopefully we'll be busy again through next year.
Judging by the return on investment that these courses are generating, the future looks assured.
You're really sort of looking at sort of $700,000 to $800,000 for a complete 36-hole setup. Indoor sides can go a lot more than that because of all of the air conditioning and sprinkler systems that need on it. But there's a fair bit of investment to start with. But most of the sort of guys we've been doing it for are looking at sort of 18 months, 2-year return on it, and they're doing quite good. Indeed, the numbers are impressive.
We're talking in the middle of August. We've got 3 courses running. We're going full steam. Weather's looking good. We can get anywhere up to sort of 1,500 players, but I mean, I'd have to stress to you that is in the middle of August when the schools are off. Across the season as a whole, we probably sort of could get up to 95, 100,000 players.
But enough of the everyday hackers. What does it take to be a crazy golf world champion?
Well, it's being mentally prepared. Fortunately, I'm mentally prepared and knowing the course. But the essential thing is once you actually get to the course and start playing, is to play the correct weight of shot. That is the essence of all putting, in my mind.
To be a true crazy golf contender, you've got to have 100% focus, nerves of steel, a steady pair of hands, and more than a little bit of local knowledge.
You've got to come down a day or two before and do the research. We go around each hole and we sort of map it, so you know wherever you end up, you think I'm aiming left edge, right edge. It saves you a good few shots on each round.
Wise words, and it's advice that even the world's best golfers may like to ponder if they were ever to take up the gauntlet of a Crazy Golf challenge.
We've laid out a challenge for Tiger Woods. He hasn't responded. We reckon we could, many of our players here in the tournament could take him on miniature golf, put some of our top miniature golf players against the like of Tiger Woods, Lee Westwood. Yeah, very interesting concept, yeah.
Admittedly, that's a long shot, but until then, thousands of amateur crazy golfers will be putting in the practice from city centre to windswept coasts.